Welcome to Game 3 of the wild card round. This one between the Bizarros and the enemies. The Bizarros are in the lead 2-0 after 2 walk-off wins. And now this time, though, the enemies are at home in the harbor. And the Bizarros will try to win the series in only 3 games. But let's see if the enemies can stave off elimination. Here's Roger Clemens on the mound facing Mummy. And that one is popped up, and Clemens is under it. And he's got it for out number 1. Here's Carl. There's the sinker, and swung and missed for strike number 1. Now Carl gets a base hit up the middle, and that one's all the way to the wall, and Carl's going towards second. They throw it in, but Carl goes back to first. He stays there with the single. And here's Ghost. That one is swung and missed for strike number 1. Now foul to the left, and it's 0-2. Now a foul to the left again. That one is popped up to the second baseman, Pete Rose, and the runner's going back to first, and he's safely back, so 2 outs now for Ignignok. That one is hit hard over to first, and Cap Anson takes it, and he's got the out. Here's Derek Jeter to lead off against Meatwad, and Jeter gets one over the shortstop, and that one's extra bases. It bounces off the wall, and Jeter stays at second base with a leadoff double. Here's A-Rod. That one is hit hard into center field, and it might be out of here. It is. It's off the scoreboard, and it's 2-0 enemies in the first. Here's Bonds. And that one is hit hard to the right, and it's going to be out of here. And 3 pitches, 3 runs for the enemies. It doesn't get much easier with Albert Bell up. And that one is hit hard out to the right, and that's going to be a home run. It's 4 pitches and 4 runs for the enemies in the first. Cobb taps one toward first, and they finally get the first out of the inning after giving up 4 runs on 3 homers. And here's Cap Anson. That one's taken by Meatwad. He throws over to first, and there's out number 2. Here's Pete Rose. That one is hit out to right, but it looks to be playable, and the right fielder has it, and that's the end of the inning. But the enemies lead 4-0 on 3 home runs. Here's representing the Moonanites, and that one is hit and taken by Pete Rose. He tags the bag for out number 1. Here's Danzig. That one is hit hard out to left. Let's see if that stays in play. And that's a home run, barely over the wall. And that puts the Bizarros on the board. In the harbor, they have some very small fences, and so there's some cheap home runs that can happen. Here's Turtleface. That one is hit out to center, but Cobb is there. He's got it for out number 2. And here's MCP Pants. He taps it foul to the left. That one is hit hard out to right, and with the cheap home run, he's going to have it, and the Bizarros now only trail 4-2. Now they're going to remove Meatwad, and they're going to bring in, this time, Emery. And now I know how Meatballs feel, as Meatwad was crushed for 4 runs in the first inning. And so here's Emery, and there's a base hit. So good play by the manager there, and he's on first. And here's Mummy. Emery is stealing. I don't know about that, but it was 2 outs anyway. But that one is popped out to right. He was trying to go for that short fence, but not enough, and that one's caught. But 2 runs for the Bizarros. They do get back in the game a little bit. And they're going to now bring in Boxy Brown in relief and see if he can get some outs for them. And there's a crazy pitch out to the left, 1 mile an hour. What was that? But Now AJ hits one out to right, and that one might be a cheap home run, and it is off the wall. It doesn't quite make it, and AJ is on at first. But they're not going to pinch hit for Roger Clemens. And he swings and hits one out to right. And it looks like they're going to double off AJ as he was running on that pitch. And that's 2 outs for Derek Jeter. And Jeter gets one over to the shortstop, and the rocket throw gets him out. So at the end of the inning, it's 4-2 enemies after 2. And here's Clemens pitching to Carl. And there's a base hit up the middle. It seems like Carl gets those base hits up the middle quite often, but he stays at first this time. Now the Ghost, and he looks at ball 1 inside. Slow pitch, and he fouls it off to the left. That one is hit hard out to left field, and the Bizarros tie the game on another cheap home run, this time by the Ghost, and it's 4-4. Ignignat up, and that one's hit past the second first baseman. They might have had a chance at first, but they throw to second, and Ignignat is on safely. Here's That one's grounded, and they throw to second, but is too fast to double up, so he's on at first base with 1 out, and here's Danzig. Is stealing, and Danzig hits one out to center field. Caba's there, he's got it, but looks like will be able to get back to first in time. I think they're gonna try to run again, but here's Turtleface, and he doesn't take off, but Turtleface fouls it away. And another foul to the left. Here's the runner going, but a foul ball out behind the plate, out of play. And that one is well hit, and was running, and now he looks like he might score, but he's going to stop at third, but it's going to be second and third for the 8th place hitter, MCP Pants. And there's tap toward Clemens. He throws over to first for the out. Big out there for the enemies, and now the game is tied, but A-Rod is up to lead off against Boxy, and that one's well hit. It's down into left field, and A-Rod is heading towards second base. And he's gonna make it there. Nice base running by A-Rod, and Bonds is up with a runner on second, and that one's grounded toward they rocket throw over to third, but they don't have an out, and now they keep rocket throwing, and they miss it, and no one's there, and now A-Rod is gonna score. Bonds is going to come all the way home. Multiple errors in a row, and I don't even know what to call that, but I guess a single with many errors, and the enemies take the lead before Albert Bell grounds out. But wow, I think that was maybe 4 errors in a row, and now Ty Cobb hits one out to right, and that might get out of here with the cheap home run. And it does, and Ty Cobb has a homer, and the enemies lead at 7-4. Cap Anson now, and that one is hit out to left. Let's see. It's trapped and not caught, and so Anson is safe at first with a single. Here's Pete Rose. Anson tries to run, and he's in there safely with a stolen base. Strike 2 now to Pete Rose as he swings and misses at a changeup. Whoa, crazy pitch there. Ball 1. Now a fastball, and Rose hits it up the middle. That's going to score another run. The enemies are now ahead 8-4, and Pete Rose is on his way to third base. He's got a triple. But the enemies need every run they can get as this Bizarro offense can come back from any score. Now there's a crazy ball for ball number 1 outside. And AJ hits that one out to right. Let's see if that stays in the ballpark. And no, it's a home run. It's one of those cheap Harbor home runs, and the enemies are up 10-4. Now again, Clemens gonna hit, and that one's grounded toward Boxy Brown. He throws over to first, and that's the out. Here's Derek Jeter. There's a fastball hit toward the shortstop, and he rocket throws over to first for the out. So, wow, crazy inning there, but they're gonna pinch hit for Boxy Brown, And this time, they're going to bring in Insano Flex, and he's got ridiculous speed. Let's see what he can do with it. And he pops it up to the catcher, and I don't know what they're doing out there, but they they do have it. He was running around, not knowing where the ball is, but finally he hauls it in. And Mummy, there's a homer out to left, and the Bizarros are down 10-5. Here's Carl. There's a grounder out to Clemens. He throws over to first for the second out of the inning. Ghost gets it over to Jeter. He throws to first, and that's the end of the inning. So yes, Clemens has given up 5 in 4 innings, but that's actually pretty good against this Bizarro team. And they're going to throw in Master Shake to face A-Rod. And he throws the ridiculous slow ball, and A-Rod swings and misses. But now he hits it toward the shortstop, and that one's rocket thrown, and it's missed by the first baseman, and A-Rod is all the way to second base on that error. Here's Bonds. That one is popped behind the plate, out of play. And Bonds hits one over to, I don't know, over to first base, and the ball is rocket thrown and missed, but A-Rod is going to get thrown out of the plate. Bonds is safe at second. Albert Bell now with the runner on second, and he taps it toward the pitcher. They throw to third, but there's no force out, and so the runner goes back to second. Everybody's safe, and it's 2-on for Ty Cobb. Now ball outside to the left, and another one. I don't think he wants to face Ty Cobb after that cheap home run he hit earlier. Maybe they just don't want to let him win the batting title, but now Cobb swings at a ball way outside. He doesn't want to let him walk him, but now finally he does. It's ball 5, really, but Cobb is on with the walk, and here's Cap Anson. And that one's hit out to center field. Caught, and all the runners, I don't know what's happening, but the runners are advancing, and now they get, what was that? The catcher missed the tag, and the run scores. Wow, the catcher had the ball, and it beat the runner easily, but he missed the tag, and the run scores. It's 11-5 enemies for Pete Rose, and now crazy ball outside, 2-1, and Pete Rose grounds it to the pitcher, and he's got it for the out at first, but a lot of bad defense here by the Bizarros early. Here's Ignignok, and that one's tapped foul to the left, and a foul out of play behind the plate. Ignignok hits one, and that gets past both the first and second base. Ignignok is on his way to second base, and he's got a, nope, he comes back, so he's got just a single. And here's It might be a good idea not to run the bases too aggressively in this stadium with the cheap home runs, but here's the pop-up to the catcher. AJ's got it, the runner goes back to first. Danzig hits one up the middle, there's a base hit. Ignignok is on his way to third base. Danzig is on his way to second. Oh, now it's bobbled out there by Cobb. Ignignok is going to score, and Danzig is at third base on the error after the double. Here's Turtleface. And that one is popped up to AJ, and the runner is not going back again. And so AJ will catch it, and now he's running it out to third base, and the runner gets back safely. I don't know why he decided not to throw it there, but here's MC Pete Vance, and that one is grounded towards second. They do get the out at first, though, and it's 11-6 enemies. Here's Shake pitching to AJ, and AJ grounds it toward first base, and they tag the bag for the out. Roger Clemens is going to continue to pitch, and now he swings at a ball that I don't know if this ball can ever actually, this might actually be a game-breaking glitch. And so the ball is just going to stay there, and no one can do anything. So we're going to declare this a short game and say that the enemies have won it, because I don't want to waste it. But yeah, it's kind of like a rain out, but enemies win 11-6 on the game-breaking glitch pitch by Shake.